Welcome back to another episode of Icebound. We would absolutely love it if you would like this video, subscribe to our channel, and check that bell so you never miss an episode. And of course, while you're doing that, I'm going to take the opportunity to let you know that there has been an extension on our Uprooted plushies.
An extension?
So by the time you're watching this video, there may only be 2 or even 1 week left, so don't delay and get your plushies today, because once they're gone forever.
It also may have been 5 years ago.
Well, that's true too.
Oh, so true. Yeah, wow.
Hello, 2030.
While you check out the plushie link, in the meantime, also make sure you leave a wonderful comment on this video below. If you'd like to support the channel, we got a whole bunch of different ways that you can do that. You can become a channel member right here on YouTube. We appreciate that. You can check out our merch shop, where we got tons of really awesome stuff, and the aforementioned plushies. You can join our Patreon and become a patron over there to enjoy 2 campaigns that you can only watch on Patreon. And lastly, go to thecrookedmoon.com to pre-order your copy of The Crooked Moon today. Thank you.
Take me home today so you don't develop POMO. That's a phobia of missing out.
That was really good. That was really good.
It's really good.
Grumley, I'm impressed.
really good.
That was really good, Grumley. Well done, well done.
Or what?
Give me a high five. That was like,
High five. Oh, I should have looked at your elbow. I think we missed it a little bit. Let's try it again.
We are Legends of Evantris. This is Icebound. Lend us your strength and join us.
Oh no, what's that alarm going off? Oh no, it's the alarm! It's the demonetization! YouTube is after us!
No!
Oh no! Stop it! Oh gosh, Andy!
oh, what,
Andy?
Gary, what?
I think like Icarus on his wax wings flew too close to the sun, built by his father Daedalus, and crashed into the Aegean Sea, never to be seen again. We flew too close to the crazy frog.
Oh, no.
And we got demonetized!
No!
Oh, we didn't have the legal rights to use those musics, and now our content is ruined.
That is the worst fate I could ever think of.
Yeah, Icarus really got a bum deal. Oh, and also us.
How do we avoid that?
Maybe we go off the grid, and if they send any lawyers or enforcers, we get a whole bunch of emus with head-mounted rocket launchers.
Oh, that seems complex.
If we want to get a dozen emus, we only need like 11 more emus.
Well, how about that be a good plan B? Because I've got a good plan A.
What's your good plan A, Andy? You're always coming up as plan A for Andy. Oh boy.
That's right, Gary. I'm talking about Fantasy Plus from Monument Studios.
Fantasy Plus. That's a hell of a lot better than Sci-Fi Minus.
This is a full soundboard and audio streaming app with a wonderful fantasy music library.
So it's finally customizable music for my D&D campaigns?
That's right.
It's on the theme from Beverly Hills Cop starring Eddie Murphy?
No. All of this music is royalty-free and stream safe.
That's amazing! Finally, our streams will be safe. Remember, everyone at home, always practice safe streaming.
Ooh.
Remember what they taught you in school? Always practice safe streaming.
They didn't there.
You don't want to have one night of unsafe streaming. Give you something that you have to deal with the rest of your
Gary, you went to school like 400 years ago. Streaming wasn't a thing back then.
We had a ye old alchemical streaming. We had streams of mercury directly into our blood. That was alchemical streaming.
Gary, that explains a lot.
It said that it could make us like God.
Gary,
I listened to a dwarf in a flask, and he told me to sacrifice the entire nation of Xerxes to become a godlike being and unlock the door of truth. Either it happened or it's the mercury in my blood talking. I'm not really sure.
Did you know that they funded their Kickstarter in less than 2 hours?
Less than 2 hours?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
The best part is that they support... The best part is that... Stop it. The best part is that Fantasy Plus supports remote play.
That's amazing.
They have Discord integration directly there.
Direction to Discord? I live on Discord.
And you can upload custom files.
Oh, custom files, so we can even mix and match and be our own DJs.
Boom.
Oh no, I mean not that one.
No, not that one.
No.
Look, Gary, we're talking over 6,000 1,000 audio files and 0 microtransactions.
Thank goodness! You know, I was wondering, I'm really worried that this streaming service might have loot boxes and cosmetic mounts. I'm so glad they do.
No, none of that stuff.
I've had enough of that.
It's available for both Windows and Mac OS, and it's only $5 a month.
$5 a month? Gosh, that's well worth it.
But here's the best part. If you click the link below and go check it out and use code Avantris,
Use code Avantris!
you'll get to try it for 90 days for free.
And make sure you don't put a D in Avantris. Avantris doesn't have a D in it, even though you think it might. It doesn't. So please make sure you get your code right. If the code is wrong, it's probably because you put a D in it. And Valentine's Day, I'm gonna say, Avantris doesn't have a D in it, but do you?
Look, it doesn't get any better than this. Click the link, use code Avantris, and try it out for free. You got nothing to lose.
Do it. You have nothing to lose. And neither do I. You don't want to meet a puppet with nothing to lose.
Yeah.
So you better click that link in the description and use code Avantris. You better do it right now. Or else there's gonna be...
What are you gonna do, like, for your campaigns? What kind of playlist are you gonna put together, man?
I'm gonna put together a playlist where you find ye flask and venture to ye dungeon and visit ye dentist and get ye flask.
Well,
I think there's the perfect soundtrack for that on there.
It's not even just high fantasy stuff. They've got like sci-fi stuff. They got all sorts of different stuff you can choose from. So, like, what are you gonna do?
I'm gonna probably come up with a sci-fi playlist for my sci-fi minus campaign. I've been reading a lot of H.G. Wells.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Yeah, so I'm really in a science fiction mood.
Previously on Icebound. I don't have a thing prepared, so we can all just laugh. No, it's fine.
We were at a dinner.
We were at a dinner. You all attended the dinner. You were invited there by Elder Rosemary Nightbloom, the leader of the tribe of the Shadowvale Cabal.
And Nimrodel,
And Nimrodel,
our friend.
your friend.
He's not a super.
That's right. That's exactly correct.
I regret ever saying that.
I know you do. And you've received invitations to a wedding, and this the pretense was the wedding rehearsal the night before, a dinner where the families could coalesce and talk, meet one another, and you had an enjoyable dinner. But the focus and topic of the conversation was your presence, specifically Scrim's presence, for they had a suspicion, they had a notion, they had an idea that perhaps those that they worshipped, these mouths of the gods, these guardians as they called them, of the elves, were the same as Graveyard Jack, the beast that hunts and haunts Scrim's every waking moment. And it was revealed during that conspiratorial dinner that the that they would be happy to trade, that they would be happy to exchange the services of Graveyard Jack, a way of strengthening their tribe, of bolstering their magic, a tradition, something passed down for generations. If that were facilitated, that they would be willing to teach you a way to break the bond, the magical bond that you all forged on your oath-swearing day, your naming day, the day that you became a tribe under the Princess of Power's wing, under her power, under her watch. You would be able to break that bond and no longer be lending some of your strength to her, but instead, invisibly, quietly, surreptitiously be free from that magic, that binding, that trick. The four of you tentatively agreed and went your merry way. Briefly, there was you were intercepted very briefly by the Goliaths, who were on a path of vengeance, specifically endeavoring to follow up on the
Well, sorry, they also wanted
deathmatch combat, yes.
They wanted Graveyard Jack because we also found out that the princess has imprisoned their patrons.
An important point, that this is something that they would normally do for themselves, but the Bargus had been captured by the Princess of Wrath. Thank you.
And I only have to get 1,000 souls.
And yes, you were transported.
I'm probably like, only 920 something to go.
Yeah, I mean, who knows how many
Hard to
souls
say.
you've actually been able to
It's
facilitate
definitely less than
from
1,000.
Graveyard Jack.
Definitely less than 1,000.
Well,
That's right.
and it's unclear. Does it require you to be the one who drives the knife
Yeah,
home, or
I
is
know.
it that just the purposes
Shit.
of
Might be
getting
Graveyard
Graveyard
Jack.
It
Jack?
might be
Present?
fucking 1,000. Fuck.
Well, by the merit of being near your party members, have they themselves also been contributing to that number?
I don't know.
A mystery swim in Scrim's head. Anyways, you were intercepted by the Goliath tribe chieftain, the new chieftain, who was the brother of the man that Barnabas slayed.
Barnabas could have a spear wife.
Yeah.
And you could have taken a wife, but you rejected
Alas.
it on its face immediately, for there is another lover in Barnabas's heart. And you made your way home. And it is here where we will pick up tonight's session. Sorry?
I said it's Scrim. Scrim is all the law.
Yeah. I mean, we all know about the fishing.
The very end was the soup.
Exactly right. We're picking right up as you are all standing in the living area of the home that has been granted to you. It's part of the district, the neighborhood that has been partitioned for you and the ogres that you now consider to be the Iceborn, as the princess calls it, the Icebound castaways. And you're standing in this living area looking down at a spilled pot of stew, still steaming hot on the surface of the floor. The bones of the man that you all knew as the poet, or at least some of them at least, and what was left of that man, strewn about amongst vegetables and broth. For the ogres had taken you seriously. When you instructed them to not let him get his way, and not let him take firewood, take booze, take food, break his neck.
I'm gonna be honest. I think that was my fault, guys. I'm gonna own up to it right now, and then we can all move past it.
Yeah. It certainly wasn't all of us.
And you find yourselves staring down at this discovery, realizing and making the connection that the ogres have not been plateaued at the level of intelligence that you first found them after initially destroying the Illithid infestation of Ogreton, but are seeming to progress back to their old ways.
He hasn't said a thing.
Fuck.
What happens next is up to you.
Oh, God. Get in here! Get in here! Quick! And I was at the door,
Oh,
and
you didn't hear this. Only Scrim has heard
No,
this.
I turned.
Well, I was right
and I
next to the
said
door,
to
too.
everybody,
Oh, it's the poet.
I said, guys, he killed the fucking
Okay,
poet.
got it.
I think it was the last thing that I said.
Yep.
So I'm gonna open the door. Get in here! Go! Get in here! Get in here! And I'm gonna try to pull the ogre in.
Oh, the ogre, you will.
This is our boy Tack.
You will remember
was this, Manny?
that when you
I
will
think it's
remember that when you came into the neighborhood, that most people were asleep. The stew had been like left out for you, like a heat up dinner when you were late. And so when you walk out and you open the door, there's no ogre standing in the street in that way. Most of the ogres have come to rest.
No, I was talking to an ogre.
Yeah.
I had done my classic.
Man admitted to murdering.
Manny told me.
That's right.
So I'm going to tell him I don't want him standing in the street, having just admitted to a murder.
Yes.
I'm going to pull him in.
Oh, it was a ghost.
What is wrong?
Come in! And I'm going to basically pull on him and try. I know I'm strong enough to pull him, but I'm just
you barely move him, but as soon as he realizes what's happening, he stomps in through the door, ducking underneath the top of the...
As soon as he's in, I slam the door, I relock everything up, and I turn and I say, okay, all right.
Spill food.
This is not good, guys. This is not good at all.
Manny will fetch more food.
No. You've done enough. Okay, I'm just gonna say it. This is entirely not my fault. This is Manny's fault. Manny, why would you do this? Why would you kill a man and make soup out of him?
Man was uppity, and he wanted to firewood and food and booze. He was very annoying.
Where did you get this idea to kill him?
Barnamos said to break his neck.
Oh,
Wait, that was more of a
thought
figurative.
I really thought he was gonna say Scrim said to break his neck.
Once broken, good meat.
Okay,
Manny,
all right.
when did you kill him?
Today,
Yeah, but how long ago today?
daylight.
Fuck. Okay, all right.
So right after we left.
Yes.
Did anyone see you do this?
The other ogres.
Have the ogres told anyone? You need to tell the other ogres immediately not to tell anyone about this.
We all share in stew.
Fuck!
We can't forget what we learned at dinners. They told us that the poet was very important.
I
The
know!
princess, that she would know if something had happened to him, as if he was magically protected. She may already know that he's dead.
Well, I was kind of hoping that, maybe he just doesn't show up for days at a time because he's kind of a drunk. And maybe she wouldn't notice for 3 or 4 days. But if it's something magical, then we're fucked!
What?
The guy that you killed was very special to the princess.
Oh,
Yeah, we didn't know either. Or we wouldn't have even joked about telling you to kill him.
why?
We don't know.
Oy, there's no explaining it. The rest are all locked up in her fortress, and one poet gets to walk around free.
Why?
I mean, he didn't fight back. Did he say anything before you tried to kill him?
He said no.
That's it. He didn't say
That's usually how it goes, Mr. Staviscott.
I've done my fair share of killing. He didn't say don't do this because I have money, I have protection, I nothing. Just no.
He had stick, and he said he was that you were all that he was able to get firewood because of stick, and then you said no stick, not a stick of power, and so no. Man have no power.
We did say that, didn't we?
Oh, guys, we really messed this one up. Why hasn't she swooped out of the sky and just killed us all?
I don't know, but
We might not know yet.
we have to do something about his remains. If she sends somebody to search for him, and they check the only people that aren't from here, and he's lying on the floor, cut into pieces.
There's only one thing to do. We gotta scoop all the soup back up into the pot and just let the ogres eat the rest. Get rid of the evidence.
Oi, do you eat all the bones and all?
Yes.
All right, guys, start
Oi,
scooping.
come.
Start scooping.
No.
Come over. What do you mean, no?
Leave the soup. She will demand blood.
Oi, whose blood should it be?
Not his. We will find an ogre of the tribe. He will claim that it was a mere accident. Ogre that is not the leader of the entire tribe. He unfortunately is too important. There is no other way.
You think there's no chance that she doesn't know it was us?
It was not us. We did not kill
Or
him.
tribe? Man, he's one of us now. We're all Iceborn. It is us, Mr. Yornir.
He did not kill in the name of the Iceborn. Do you see any other way? She will know.
So what do? We just go get ahead of this thing and tell her?
We find a different ogre. We tell her that ogre did this. We hope that this will satisfy her.
Were there any other ogres with you when the gentleman with the stick came?
Yes.
How many?
He counts his 4 fingers. 4 ogres.
Are there any of those that you don't like very much?
Any that might be a bit of a loose cannon, a wild card?
We can't just sacrifice a random ogre. Why can't we just get rid of the bones and hope she doesn't know that it was us?
Because then it will be us.
Ow. It was us! We, inadvertently or not, we told them to kill him. We're as responsible as the hands that ripped him apart.
Ah, this isn't good, guys. This isn't good at all.
If we take any blame in this, do you not understand how critical all of us are in the fate of Drakkar, and in the fate of my home? She has Daisy, she has Queenie. 2 are also critical for the fate of the world. We are all touched by the weird, all of us.
What if I say it was me? What if I take responsibility as the chieftain of this tribe? I am responsible for this one, whether we like it or not. And what if I demand a fair trial by combat, and I face her myself?
You will not win.
I know. But I'll
Many
go
will
out.
speak to ogres.
What are you going to tell them?
We made a mistake.
I don't think that works.
We will give one of our own to protect tribe.
This is how the giant kin do things.
You give home and food and protection. We will make right.
It must not be you. You know this, Manny. Remember what I told you all those moons ago. You are their leader. You must live. Do you understand?
Yes.
Well, okay. I guess that's one solution. I'm not even gonna ask you how you're gonna pick. That's not for me to,
Perhaps drawing straws, or perhaps a volunteer.
We will discuss. If you prefer a way, we'll do that. What do you want me to do with head?
Well, you still have the head.
A shaving head.
Why?
Best part after 2, 3, 4 days.
oh, by the gods. Okay, don't do anything with the head. Just keep the head. At least it's proof.
Choose the ogre and give the head to him.
I still think maybe we should just get ahead of this thing and tell her. Try to contact her, let her know, you know? Give her a heads up, no pun intended.
I think that whoever you decide needs to present the head to the princess themselves.
Okay.
Are you sure about this, Mr. Yornir?
Do you have another way? Does not involve the death of yourself? Scream. Shen, myself. Manny,
I might
Daisy,
be able to get a lucky
Queenie.
blow. If she swallows me, I could tear up her gullet on the way down.
If you die, we all die. I believe this to be true.
I'm not afraid to die, you know that, Mr.
I
Yornir.
do not care whether you fear death or not. You still have a role to play. As long as you have a role, you need to live.
Alright.
You more than him.
Alright.
Him
Mr.
more than the ogres.
You are my wisest advisor, and I take your counsel with gravity, and I agree to your plan.
She might kill us all anyway.
Well, at least she knows that the humans in there and Queenie herself and the young lady, that they had nothing to do with this.
Yeah.
They're in the fortress, and it was us and the ogres.
Well, if that time comes, then I guess we'll figure it out when we get to that bridge.
Why, Scrim?
Why, what?
Why will the princess kill all of us?
I said she might, and because she's finicky, and kind of,
Oh, because we killed the poet.
yeah, that too.
I forgot.
And also,
that
you
is
know,
the whole crux of this conversation, Mr. Manius.
It's
Yes,
impossible
yes, I
to
am.
know,
Mr. Globinius.
I
she might not handle it too well, all right? And even if we offer up one ogre, she might want, a couple hundred, or also just all of us, you know?
There are not
She
more
might.
than a couple hundred ogres.
Well, she might want all of you. I don't know what to tell you, buddy. You better find an ogre that's gonna go quietly. That's all I can say.
Tech will go.
No! No! Anybody but Tech! No! No, please, man! I beg of you, please! Anyone but Tech!
Tech likes the princess.
No, but he doesn't know. He doesn't understand. Tech didn't do this. You did this, Manny. You did this.
I will find another ogre.
Thank God.
Scream.
What?
Why do you care for this tack versus in the other?
We saved him. We know his name. He saved us.
Once you name an ogre.
That's right. They tell you not to. That's why you don't name things, Yornir. You don't name the sheep you're gonna slaughter. You don't name. God, Tech. What is wrong with you?
I don't like Tech.
Oh, well, is he a bit of a loose cannon, eh?
Yeah.
I was just saying he...
I don't believe you, Manny. He's
Tech-
been nothing but pleasant. He was very well behaved.
Manny hyperbolic.
You shouldn't even know that word.
There's something still in there, I think. There's still a glimmer of Mr. Goblinius in there somewhere.
Did tack not try to kill us? Am I misremembering?
No, he
the
was.
very beginning. Yes, he did try and.
No,
kill
he was
us.
under the. Unless you mean back in.
in the
Overton.
tunnel.
He was
tunnels.
one of the ogres that we left alive.
He was being prodded by those little bastards, and we just convinced him that he remembered who we were and that we saved them, and he switched sides.
Oh, he was with the kobolds.
They were torturing him.
Wait, before... Is there any way we could accuse Whisper Fang of this?
I wish. I'm right there with you. We could frame this on Whisper Fang and get him out of the way. Two birds with one stone, you know?
We have
Maybe.
time. If she's not taken to the air yet, she might not know that he's dead. We could plant the head in Whisper Fang's quarters.
Maybe poet cooked himself.
No, I don't think
That's not really how that works there, man. Sorry, buddy. It's just not... Have you ever seen a meal cook itself? It doesn't really work that way.
Wait, do you happen, if you can recall, I know it's been a good number of hours, were there any wings in the sky? Any scouts patrolling? Winged kobolds? White wings?
No.
Alright.
No guards or
Aye.
flying creatures.
Aye.
We've been
Frost
quiet.
hammer?
Strange. I just think if she knew and she cared that much, we'd know by now.
Maybe it's not magical.
I need an intelligence group check.
Oh, shit.
Oh, wow.
Just straight in? Mm-hmm. Uh-oh.
8. I got 1 die here.
Okay, with a +1, I got a 15.
Int, you say? 11.
Also an 11.
Scrim.
Yeah.
You have an idea. A thought occurs to you.
Aha!
A moment of revelation as you recall all of the effort that the elves put into making sure that the wedding would appear to be just a wedding rehearsal. That dinner that they would put out all of the seating arrangements and everything and then have their conspiratorial chat with you because they mentioned that there were magical means of looking that the dragon and the ivory clutch possessed beyond just the guards and the winged kobolds who flew around, that they had magical means of seeing.
Right. Right.
That occurs to you as you are thinking about how you might have been observed in the neighborhood and what might have been seen in terms of what the ogres have done.
The blue eye of Kilrog. Or the eye of Acarus, I suppose.
Yeah, the Eye of Acarus.
The eye of Acarus.
Close,
Yep.
So here's the thing. Even if they are magically linked, which I'm not entirely sure that they even are, I'm sure that the princess already knows because they've probably seen all of it. Just like when Queenie and told us that they were being spied on, and the elves told us that they were being spied on, and that's why we had to wait to, talk to them. We're probably being watched right now.
A force of sight.
I think that if Mr. Yornir is certain in his plan that you find one of the ogres to present the head to the princess and deeply apologize on the behalf of Barnabo Stredwake, the chieftain of the Iceborn.
I will go and make this happen. I will find an ogre. We will pick one, and we will get the head, and we will go now?
I think that is for the best. Do you want someone to write that down for you?
We have to go with him. I don't love the thought of sacrificing an ogre, but if we're gonna do it, we have to make sure they don't fuck it up.
I mean, you raise a very valid point, Mr. Fireblossom. Oh, God.
They're liable to get in front of the princess and say, the ice-bound castaways told me to say this.
That's true.
The
You're right.
ogres do not think this way. This may be viewed as a great honor to protect the rest of the clan, the tribe.
All I'm saying, Yornir, is it might be viewed as a great honor now, and in the walk to the Bastion, they might forget their purpose, or what to say, or how to present.
No, we will take it seriously. We will go to the fortress, and we will hold up the head of the poet, and we will challenge the princess.
No, we're not challenging the princess. I forget. I'm not speaking in front of this ogre.
We will fight to the death.
No,
honor to the tribe.
No, Mr. Glabinius. No, that is not what we said. I was offering a suggestion that you are going to forget.
Okay.
What did
all
I
right.
just say?
I think Tyson's right. We gotta go with the guy. We gotta go with him. We gotta go pick out the ogre, and then we gotta go walk him up to be sacrificed.
Manny should find an ogre who volunteers to carry the head, knowing full well what will happen to them, and we should walk him to the Bastion and present that we found the murderer of the poet.
And we have brought justice.
And we have brought justice.
I see.
And deliver him unto the princess's judgment.
I think, perhaps, do we pretend as if we don't know that the poet was somehow important to her?
Scream.
What? Here we go.
Collect some soup.
With what? Is there like we got like a bowl or something? Like
Oh, you need a bowl, Mr. Stavis.
yeah, but bigger than a soup bowl. I mean,
here's
like
a ladle.
yeah.
No, I got a mixing
There you
bowl
are.
right
There you
over
are.
here, Mr. Stavis.
That'll do. Give me the ladle type shit. Thank you.
And a little hat,
This
just for
is
the...
fucked up. And I'm gonna
the
go
outfit.
over and I'm gonna like squat down and you're just gonna like watch me as I'm like kind of like scraping soup like off the floor and like trying to put it into the. Manny, stop it. This is no time for that to be. That's gross.
I'm sure you get some of those finger bones, yes.
Okay.
Oh, yes, of course.
Don't touch that. I hit him with the ladle. I wrap his knuckles with the ladle and I scoop up the finger bones and I try to get as much poet soup as I can into this salad bowl, mixing bowl, and then 10 minutes pass, and then I walk over.
I'm just sitting here
and it's
smoking.
like this. It's kind of like sloshing, and I like set it.
It's
up,
filthy. There's like pieces of hay and like dirt mixed
and
in.
I like set it up on the table.
I just wanted to see if he would do it.
And I'm like, there, okay, done. All right, now what? You want to? There's your big plan. We're gonna walk that all the way to the Bastion too.
If we are confronting her at the Bastion, then yes, we need to bring the soup.
All right, well, that's a really big bowl. I don't want to carry it the whole way. Somebody else carry it.
I will carry it.
Fine.
I am the chieftain of this tribe, whether I like it or not.
I guess it's time to go pick out an ogre.
I guess
The
I'll
slaughter.
Please.
one more hit.
My gods. You know, why can't we
took
have
my-
one normal day? This is crazy. Think about this. This is insanity. I just wanted to go to sleep.
Just one normal dinner, that's all you want?
That's all I want. And I don't want poet in my soup. What? You know, like,
You didn't even try it.
Manny,
Let's go.
do you know, you gotta be really careful about what kind of meat you're eating around here, all right? Like, if you don't know where the meat came from, don't eat it.
Oh, and even if you do know where the meat came from and it's human, don't eat it.
Even ogre know the laws of what one eats.
All right, well, there we go.
Humans are not for eating. I know that I guess you spent your entire lives and your entire culture was around eating humans.
Reggie.
But that's no longer acceptable as long as you're an Iceborn. Do you understand, Manius?
I will convey to the other ogres.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
All right, this is...
Oh, yeah. How do you get this much liquid back in here?
talent, okay?
Oh,
Talent.
that's impressive.
Yeah.
And this turkey face.
As a chunk caught.
It was one of those accordion like drafters.
Oh,
yeah, exactly.
All right.
All right, Manny, we gotta go. We gotta go pick an ogre, and we gotta get to the Bastion. This is gonna be bad. This is gonna be awful.
I'm going to wrap some skin on top of this bowl so it doesn't spill. Hold on.
Couldn't hurt.
I'll find a skin and I'll wrap it tight and I'll put some twine around it. Oh, yeah. It's not soup tight, but it'll do.
Let's proceed with the grim task.
Yeah, Manny, can you lead the way to the ogre's living quarters?
With heads on low, we follow to the stalls.
Yeah.
To the killing floor.
They all have apartments like yours.
Oh, that's right.
And unlike how they were being housed in the giant steppe with the Goliaths, you recall that this was a district that was largely uninhabited, and there was more than enough room and board for even the 200 plus ogres that now make up the majority of your tribe. And so you push out through the door. Unfortunately, not being able to. I mean, you've had a long day. You've had an extremely long day. When you woke up this morning, none of you had gone to the cursed glade. You hadn't gotten. You hadn't met Wilbur yet.
Oh my
You
God.
had. You hadn't. You hadn't had dinner. You hadn't had your confrontation with the Goliaths in the streets. Instead, you push out back into the cold, bitter cold, away from the fire, and you find yourself looking at the blanket of snow that covers the street, mostly treaded by the feet of ogres, and you can see even a few kobolds who have occasionally gone up and down the street.
I hit up the group chat with the "you up."
I don't know what that means. Derek doesn't know it. I don't understand that joke.
It was very funny.
Let's take a quick break.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
You make your way down and deeper into your own district, and sure enough, Manny leads you to the home where they have stored what remains of the poet, and you are able to retrieve the head. It is not a head like you were used to. This head has been cleaved in half, like a gourmet fish. It is perfectly open wide like this, a massive almost grin in one shape, two eyes facing out at you in both directions. It is you can see the ears. It has been perfectly flattened, apparently for some food preparation known only to the ogres. He's been butterflied.
So down the back.
Yeah, down the back. Yeah.
And flattened?
Well, he lays flat. He's essentially been spatchcocked, to use the chicken vernacular.
You know, I've seen some really messed up stuff in my life, but this is up there. I'm certainly not one to shy away from the grim and the grotesque, but this is really taking the cake, if you know what I mean.
Does the ritual or this preparation ring a bell in my sort of experience with various giant folk in my life? Or does this feel like Drakkar focus?
This
More
feels
Mind Flayer.
particularly brutal. It does feel like you've known. I mean, all creatures that eat meat eat other creatures, right? And those that do that, that have a gourmet or a food preparation process would do that, right? And so, of the giants that you knew that might eat something as intelligent as a human, you would imagine that this seems like a cultural thing specific to Drakkar, that they might not go out of their way to go through this process.
Would I think that it might be tied to like knowing how big eating brains was for the mind flayers and the ogres and all of that? That it, like them opening the head might be some sort of like brain consumption kind of thing? Is the brain cut in half?
It's lying on its back, so you'd have to flip it over in order to
I don't know how to do
observe.
Well, someone's
what
gotta
has
grab
happened
it.
to the brains.
I'm not grabbing it.
I'm not grabbing it.
Manny reaches forward, and he it's on a wooden slab, and he's able to pick it up like a tray and lift it up. And he turns to the four of you. We must choose the ogre.
It is your choice.
I will go speak to the others. And he exits, leaving you there in the house on the street, just waiting. Some time passes. 15 minutes, 20 minutes to yourselves, shivering in the cold, waiting when I had to pull up my old notes from Arc 2.
Oh, wow.
You wait for a moment, and Manius comes back. Manny returns, and instead of holding the tray, he is walking out sort of soberly with another slightly younger but fierce-looking ogre, and approaching you. This is Uko. Uko has volunteered to do what must be done for the tribe.
Mr. Uko, were you present when this gentleman was slain?
I was present.
Did you have a hand in it, perhaps?
I helped separate his parts for food.
All right.
He will do.
Do you understand what's being asked of you?
The poet is dead, and life for a life, and I am the life.
All right. You're a brave lad, Uko. You understand that, what you're doing for the tribe. It's an honorable thing that you're doing.
Uko's name will be remembered.
You must carry the head on our journey.
Yeah, he is holding the tray in front of him.
okay.
Manny had given him the tray, and Manny slaps Uko on the back. And is there anything else before we move?
No, we got a long walk ahead of us. We gotta start getting over there.
If I could
Uko
make,
has said his goodbyes.
if I could make one suggestion, we probably don't want to present the head butterflied.
Oh my.
Is there any way we could... Is there...
Hold this.
Wow, this is tough even for me. Oh, gods.
The head.
But it's a little. Oh no! We gotta. No, I overshot it.
Let's just let it be. Come on, we gotta get going. This is.
We're not making it out of this.
You begin to make your way.
We'll lead the way. You guys just stay with us, all right? Don't wander off.
They follow you. And you walk to the main road. You make your way around the lake. It is not a short journey. And not very many words are exchanged as you begin to approach the bridge. And remembering the last time that you crossed this bridge, you were free men. And then you came back out of the Biting Bastion, now known across all of Argentholm as the Icebound Castaways. And you begin to make your way. How do you approach the gates? The towering fortress still stands in front of you, but very few lights flicker in the windows. You can see that there are indeed night patrols and stuff, but it is very much early morning at this point by the time you arrive, and it is quiet and dark.
As we're approaching the gates, I'm gonna just kind of like, as an aside, towards my three companions, say to them, we're really getting ahead of ourselves here. We're not even sure she's gonna take a life for a life. I mean, it's good to be prepared, and I'm glad that this Uko guy is ready for it, but, we might get in there, and this could take a completely left turn.
I think we're prepared for that.
All right.
I think this is the best hope that we have, at least according to Mr. Yorler.
If this does not resolve the potential hurt feelings about this light, it would have come to combat either way.
All right. Hey, I'm not saying this isn't a good plan. I trust you. I think this is the way to go, but I'm just saying we gotta be prepared for anything. You know?
Uko, are you prepared for what's to come?
Uko is ready to meet his fate.
And you will meet Sophaleth and Ogre Evan, I know it, for doing such a great deed for your kind. And I know, I have a feeling in my heart that you will sail alongside Trothak the Shark Puncher on one of his many great voyages.
Uko, confused.
Don't think about it too much, buddy.
He means, of course, the Triad, the Beyond. We were trying to. Onum, the All-Father, yes. Yes.
Oh, yeah, and you'll be with Onum, perhaps most of all. That is the 8th voyage.
Oh boy. Barnabas, I think you should try to get the gatekeeper's attention and tell him we need to go in and see the princess.
I am Barnabas Dreadwake, chieftain of the Iceborn! We come seeking the Princess of Wrath! We have brought justice for a grave deed done by one of our own!
That ought to do it. Thank you, Barnabas. Well done.
Okay!
You don't have to shout. We can hear you. Please, people are sleeping.
I'm right here. I'm right behind this door. Conveniently placed.
You're doing great. You're doing great.
You instead hear the guard yell down, Barnabas of the Icebound Castaways?
Aye, say true!
I will, just one moment, we will open the gates and let you in, and I will alert, Whisper Fang. Hold there.
Oh, son of a gun. You grimace. You have this
grind my
horrific,
teeth.
yeah, you have this horrific
Like
grin.
Stannis, you hear my teeth grinding.
Yeah.
and
You hear
squeaking.
the clanking of chains and the great sound of creaking wood as the two gates open and you are allowed entry into the Biting Bastion. You are again amazed by the massive courtyard that is in the center of this tremendous fortress, and sure enough, in just another few minutes, as you're being observed by the guards, they're sort of looking at and whispering at each of you. These are the same. These are not the same ivory clutch. They do not have the wings. They're but spear wielding frost hammers. And you wait for a moment. You do not have to wait for Whisper Fang to come out one of the staired entryways at one of the bottom of the towers. Instead, looking up, you can see from one of the taller towers a span of wings coasting down and sailing in circles until finally coming to a rest just in front of you. You see Whisper Fang as you recognize him. What has happened here? Oh my goodness! Look at what you look at what has happened.
Oi.
It's not good. We're just here to get ahead of this whole thing.
Grave injustice, all based on a misunderstanding, has been done to the one that we only knew as the poet. We quickly...
That is the poet, yes.
Oi.
We've come to understand him as important to the princess.
Oh, she has favored the poet for as long as he has been here. That is
Oi, we understand that.
terrible deed that you've done it.
We-
Do you understand what this means?
That we have launched an investigation, and we have found the one responsible, Uko here, and he has agreed after consulting with the chief, being commanded by his chief, he has seen reason, and he wishes to pay for his crime as a sign of good faith and fealty to the Princess of Wrath.
Uko is a member of your tribe. In the eyes of the princess, you'll all be responsible for this. This is grave. This is not a laughing matter. This is quite. I can't even.
Well, first off, we're not laughing. We're taking this very seriously.
That's why we're here. That's why we did not, as soon as we heard, we came here immediately. We got to the bottom of it, found who was responsible, and are offering Uko here as the... it was really his idea.
We condemn him to death.
Aye, we do, and we would have done it by my own hand as chieftain, but we wanted to make sure that the Princess of Wrath had the opportunity to claim vengeance should she wish.
And this is the reason you're here. This is the only reason you've come to see the princess.
Wait, to hand over Uko if she does not wish to see. It is not wise for her to see the sight.
No. If she were here, then she would already be upon us, and I dare say you would be crushed under her talons.
Aye, so?
She's not here?
No, she's not at the fortress tonight. She's gone off doing her own princessy things. I have no idea.
That explains a lot.
Aye, that does.
Is she out of the area entirely?
She comes and goes as she pleases. She zaps here, zaps in, zaps out. I can't say for sure. We expect her in the early morning. We've been asked to prepare a meal and to prepare her garments for the ceremony.
Well, Whisper Fang, you are wise beyond your years, and you are trusted amongst the city and beloved by all the Iceborn. Truly.
The who?
Very loved beyond the Iceborn.
The what did you say?
Iceborn Castaways. By all of our tribe. And we seek your guidance. We have found the murderer of the poet. We we condemn him to death.
Well, no, let me think.
Well, while you're thinking, can I have a quick aside with my chieftain here? I just a quick, while you're thinking, I'd just like to talk to my chieftain for a second. Is that all right?
Okay, yes, I need to...
Please, Icebound Castaways, come, please, come.
I'm kind of like looking back.
I would like to have an aside and quietly
You
so that he
get
can't hear
out
us.
of earshot.
Bonobos, this is your chance. She's not here, and he's right there. you know, a small. We've already made one oopsie today. What's to say there isn't a second accident? Now, I mean, hear us out here.
We must convince Uko to do it. Swiftly.
I mean, what? You know.
Now.
Oh, we forgot two of our. Manny, Uko, please come here. We're just having a quick aside. Come here. Perfect.
Uko and Manny turn and start to make their way over to you. Leave the head. I need to observe it.
No, that's fine. Absolutely. Come here.
Uko hands the tray over.
All right.
What is it?
All right.
Well, our wonderful chieftain here has given us a directive. We have a sort of a mission for Uko.
Mission for Uko?
Right, to make this right.
Yeah.
Uko's mission to sacrifice self.
Oi,
To live in legend.
In legend with Adam and Odin and Mammut, is that right, Mr. Yornir?
Yes. Yes.
Oi, you see that?
Well done, Uko.
You see that winged, scaly bastard?
Yes.
Looking at the skull.
Yes.
We believe that he is responsible for all of this. You understand, Uko, don't you? You understand that all of the bloodshed, all of the vile goings on, it's all that there.
He did this?
Oh, he did all of it.
So all we're asking you to do is just very quickly in one swift movement,
Oh, and if you need a little help from Manny, ask him for a little help.
just pick him up and twist his head off his shoulders.
Oh, that's all you need to do. Make sure you grab his. hold
Other
his-
guards will see.
Oh, how many guards are there actually?
There's the two gatemen who are manning the gate. Looking around, you can see that there are perhaps a half dozen more within eye shot. It's dark, but you can see that they're up at the tessellations of the surrounding perimeter wall.
Here's the thing. There are guards, but you came here to do a very noble thing. And
Aye.
you might as well get your life's worth out of it. Your life is worth so much. You might as well just take Whisper Fang with you.
The most important thing you should do is to end the life of the winged one, and then fight to the death. Fight.
Uko will fight.
Until you can fight no more.
We will do this. I will help him. We will take the winged one.
No, not you, Manny.
Why not me?
This is
I'm ready for a
Uko.
fight.
Manny, there's no arguing.
I'm full of stew. I'm ready to go.
You're
Throw me in.
Full of stew or not, man.
Listen, this
I
is-
am your chieftain, and I will say you will join us as we leave. This is Uko's trial.
Uko, you need to do it right now. Right now. Please.
All right.
All right.
Go.
Oh, no. After we leave. We're going to leave, and once you're alone with Whisper Fang, once the winged one, that is when you make your move. Make sure you grab his wings so he
I
can't take
believe
off.
there's a better time than now.
I've made my decision.
Uko, do it now. Uko, do it now. I don't care if I have
I
to
say
persuade
we
him.
sweep this under the rug.
No, hold on. I don't even care if I have to persuade him.
I think that we're going to need to hide this from the princess, or otherwise all of your lives are in great danger.
Wait, now, Uko, what was that? What was that?
Uko turns.
No, I spill the bowl in front of Uko.
You throw the bowl at his feet, and Uko stops, frozen for just a moment.
I get in front of him, and I look at Yornir as I walk over to Whisper Fang. Wait, what was that you said, Mr. Whisper Fang?
Well, I can't guarantee that just one life is enough. The poet was one of her favorite friends, a confidant.
Why? What was special about him?
I wish I could tell you. He came to Drakkar almost on the edge of death from some land far away, a place called Karkanos, and she amused him. I think that if you knew more about the princess, you would understand that she just took a liking to him, almost like one takes a liking to a pet or to a pet is probably the best word.
This is all very fascinating, but Barnabas, I'm not sure how that changes our current conversation.
I think that is, I think that Mr. Whisper Fang is sticking out his scaly white neck for us.
Yes.
And attempting to commit a grave, perhaps act of treason, in order to cover it all up. Is that so?
I am a great user of magic, as you know.
Aye, that's true. It's a buffer. Yes, you're a great great magician. Aye.
There's enough head here. We could have the poet back in perhaps a day.
What?
You can heal him.
I can make him again. Yes.
Did you notice that his skull was split in two?
It is not a pleasant process. It is, but it is magic can whisk away even the most foul injuries, bring people back from the beyond. I know the secrets.
Will he remember?
Aye, will he have his memory? Did he keep them, or did those spill out when they spat?
I don't know. I've never tried it. But when he wakes up, if he does remember, then I'll have a conversation with him, and we'll smooth it over.
Is he gonna really just be? You've never done this before, but he's gonna be fine.
It's magic passed down for generations. My family has all sorts of tomes of the arcane knowledge.
Are we okay with this? I'm still saying there's still time to go back to our previous conversation.
Uko races forward. And he starts to fly down, and in this instant, you see as
Uko, no!
Whisper Fang darts back and falls onto his back. And, no! And he screams a arcane series of words, and a massive beam of lightning, chained lightning, smashes into Uko, frying his body, his skin peeling off in one instant. Uko flaps down to the ground onto the stone floor in front of you. Oh, what the hell was that? Oh,
We told you he was a wild man!
He's a wild card!
He was unhinged!
He was a beast! See, we had to put him down, Mr. Fang, Mr. Whisper Fang. You put him down like the rabid dog that you
You've dispensed the princess's justice!
Oh, he was attacking me. He almost killed me.
Oh, you know he was coming right for you. You had to stand your ground. You had no other choice.
An animal. Oh, I've dropped the head.
You did the right thing.
Holy crap! Did you guys see that?
Has been dispensed, and we can still restore the poet.
I think so. I will need a day, and we must keep this quiet.
I need a new pair of pants.
Autumn smiles
need a
upon
fucking
us
smoke.
this day.
Holy
is it-
crap!
Could I get any kind of sense from the blast he used to cook Uko how powerful it was?
What level spell?
What? I mean, sorcerer. I'm a sorcerer.
Make an arcana check. Let's roll some fucking dice. Make an arcana check.
Twist it.
I'm gonna twist it. I'm gonna twist it.
5 twists.
I want to get a sense of, like, if he just fucking one-shot this ogre, how
He, and I quote, peeled the skin from his flesh.
I want to see if I can get a sense of how like powerful a magic user he is.
He's coming right for us.
Reloading.
What did you say?
An arcana check.
With 5 twists, it is a 20.
With a 20, I think that's exactly what you needed for me to
Amazing.
tell you the number level spell that he used. You are going into your own thoughts and tapping into your own magical reserves, imagining what it would take, knowing what it takes to summon fire, all of the things that you've done, and thinking about the concentrated heat. This was a 6th level spell.
Okay.
That's higher than I can cast.
Lightning bending.
Aye.
The spell of kings.
Aye. Whisper Fang, you are a great warrior. Thank you for culling our ranks of the mad. We're, on behalf of all the Icebound castaways, I sincerely and deeply apologize.
I thought you were going to attack me there for a second. I'm glad that everything is okay.
I am glad, and
I think it's best that you leave.
Uko knew he was a dead man, and he perhaps thought that this was the only way out. Poor boy. He had actually gotten in bad with the local gang, and so they were smuggling spice. It was a bad scene.
Do we have your word that you will join us on this shared story of ours?
It will be like nothing ever happened.
We have to decide what to do with Uko. But if you will keep the secret, then so will I, and you can be on your way. And when you see the princess tomorrow, then just say nothing.
How tall is this bridge that we're on?
The actual fortress is on this massive rock, right? But when you're actually walking across the bridge itself and you're above the lake, the distance of this is hundreds of feet. What are you doing? The lake is frozen. It's just splattered down there.
I don't know
Already
what
smells
kind
like
of magic you use, but the head was all that remained of the poet.
Yes.
Is that all you need?
Yeah, I could do it with if the tomes I've read are true, then I could be just a finger would be enough.
There are some finger bones upon the...
It doesn't.
We will clean it up, and I will instruct the frost hammers to mums the world.
All right, we're gonna get out. We're gonna take your advice. We're gonna get out of here. We're gonna take Manny with us, and we'll pretend like none of
We
this
will
happened.
take Uko with us as well. I think that's best. I feel like we should give him a proper criminal's burial. And show him that not only is laying a hand on the human pets of the princess not permitted, but also raising arms against the great advisor of the princess.
So, if I get this straight, then Uko's was killed because of the threat that he gave the poet, but that he did not kill the poet. Is that correct?
That's good enough for me, as long as the poet doesn't remember or doesn't care that he was ripped apart.
I'm sure he'll be. He does. Man loves his booze. So
No, that I say that we noticed that Uko was attacking the poet. We saved his life, but not after he got a nasty bump on the head. You helped nurse him back to health. We took care of Uko. None the wiser.
Great deception. Yes. That is the way of it.
And as is tradition, we will decapitate him and spatchcock his head as eternal punishment for his crimes.
The poet? He's already. I mean, look at him.
No, Uko.
Oh yes. I see what you mean now. You do what you want with him.
All right.
We can get
Praise
you.
on him.
We can get you a wagon.
Praise on him.
Take him back. Do
Praise the
your
triad.
own burial. I just don't want the princess to cook all of you before. You're meant to be here. She would be very upset.
We will leave now. Manny, please, if you could collect Uko.
Uko's pretty heavy.
Manny, you really got this sassy thing going here, buddy. I remember this. I don't know where this is coming from. I'm worried about you, Manny. I'm worried about you. This doesn't sound like you.
Hey, surely what if you could carry Uko? I'll take this stoop.
I can't carry Uko. I'm like 3 feet tall.
As the chieftain of the Iceborn, I will carry the body of Uko. All right. Well, I was gonna have a smoke after that, but I suppose not. Squat down.
Barnabas, careful, you'll shit yourself.
Oh, sweet Uko. Sweet Uko, you just tried to help.
It's like watching those strongman Atlas stories.
Yeah. I try to live with my legs and not my back, and I try to lift Uko with my. I try to Cloud Strife and Aerith him as piano plays.
I think maybe Manny should lend a hand here.
I've got him. He actually. You're pretty comparable in strength. If you'll remember the ogres, he's as sizable as they are. They don't exactly have the innate strength. And between the two of you, you're able to figure it out and begin to make your way.
Once we're 100 yards from the gate,
you're halfway across the bridge already.
We're making our way back. Yeah, I'm just gonna look at everybody and be like, "What the fuck? What? How do these things happen to us? What?
That went better than I could have possibly imagined.
Better?
Yes.
He had the power to heal the poet. Uko never had to be sacrificed at all.
Yeah, if we just
We
showed up
convinced him
with
to
the head.
attack Whisper Fang, and he got cooked.
No, but now everything is covered. Every loose thread has been taken care of.
That is true.
Our
I hate to
story
say it.
is confirmed, and either way, no matter what, even if Whisper Fang betrays us, he would just be betraying Uko. And if we are culpable because he was part of our tribe, then that would have been true either way. This went very well. Well done, all of you. You too, Manny.
Thank you.
I'm very, very proud.
Can we go to bed? This is a nightmare. I
I
wanna go to
still
bed.
need to scrimshaw that fucking bowl for the wedding tomorrow.
Hey, that's on you, brother.
making cookies.
Yeah.
Too long.
I'm going to bed. This is crazy.
This probably doesn't need to be said either, but we have to beware Whisper Fang and his power. Obviously, if he has the capacity to heal the poet from his state, he's far more powerful than I think any of us realized.
Aye.
And the way that he killed Uko with a single spell, he's more powerful than any magic I can bring to bear.
Man, he does not trust Whisper Fang.
Well, not finally. I mean, jeez, what was their first clue? Bonobos hasn't liked the guy the moment we heard Whisper Fang breathe.
Aye, he
He
is
speaks very strangely.
It's unnatural, his power. Aye, if he's gonna bring him back from a severed, split head. What horrible dark magics are happening in that fortress?
What are the chances he's actually gonna bring him back as is, and he's gonna be totally fine? I'm expecting some kind of messed up twist, or he's not gonna be himself, you know? Come on. What are the chances it actually works?
I don't. I've seen strange dark magics on islands, and where they're able to bring back the dead, but it's never.
Oh, I should have let the dog eat the ogre soul. Oh, I fucked up. That's one more that got away.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Can you not?
I don't know.
I'm not sure we even count as being participating in.
I don't know how any of this
We were
works.
kind of like on.
I feel like I should have done something, you know? I was right there.
I think that we should also
Uko's
let Uko
dying.
not be devoured by the shadow beast.
He doesn't need his soul anymore. I need it more than he does.
Well, I think that he's with the Triad now, isn't that right, Mr. Yornir?
Does he count towards your 1,000?
I have no way of knowing. I don't know.
I believe the DM said humanoid souls, and technically ogres are not humanoid.
Oh, yeah, that's
I believe
right.
they are giant type, capital G.
Do I look like I know what a humanoid is? Come on. Get off my ass. I'm just trying to come up. I'm trying to be solution oriented here.
Your hound will feast tomorrow.
But only on like a couple people. You know,
No, we must encourage him to eat them all.
They specifically told us we couldn't do that.
Yes, and I am saying, do what you can to make him hungry.
The princess will be there, Yornir.
The cat will be out of the bag. The gambit will be shown. The cards will be on the table.
He can't run free and wild with the princess there.
If he eats the elves that are ready to die, he will grow strong. This is what we need.
She'll be at the ceremony if he tries to eat all of them.
I believe they said that the hound ceremony would be private, if I recall correctly.
Aye, that's true. That is true.
What the fuck are you guys talking about? You guys talk crazy.
Manny's all
Manny, you're just
Manny's
full of stew. You're just full of human soup. It puts you ogres in a weird mood, I suppose.
This is Manny after dark.
Because of Manny's actions, Uko is dead. We will put him to rest.
Oh, does he have family that still lives?
Yes.
Aye, how many? Not many, eh?
He leaves behind a wife and daughter.
Oh, all right. Oh, just adult daughter that didn't rely on her father's income, or
Very young.
Did not have her own career.
but
She has to grow up
surely.
without a father.
Well, at the very least, I suppose, if he was old enough to have a family that his parents not still alive, that they won't mourn, they want to bury a son.
No parents.
Oh, okay.
He died in the blast.
Bad day for the Ukos, I guess.
We're really fucking the ogres up. We've really not had a positive impact on the ogres.
We're trying our best. I just became chieftain like yesterday.
It has been an extremely hard week since you've gotten to Argenholm, And Manius takes Uko's body the rest of the way, and you find yourselves back in the wee hours of the morning, staring at what you recognize as only just a few hours left of nighttime before dawn. Alone again in the living room, the faint smell of stew still lingering.
I'm gonna get me knife.
I'm going to bed. I'm just gonna pick one of these rooms and don't knock on the door unless it's an emergency until the sun comes up.
We've slept here before. I believe we all have our own rooms.
That's correct.
Yeah, but I'm dazed and confused and sad and tired and just going to my room.
Is there a reason you chose the word dazed?
Dazed? No, it's just,
No reason?
no reason.
All right. You seem very down, but this is
Just
all.
don't wake me up. Don't knock on my door unless it's an emergency. Leave me alone, all right? I don't want to see any of your faces until the sun is up.
All right. You did great today. If it means anything.
That means a lot. Thanks, Jornir. Leaving.
Oh, you sleep well, Mr. Stavis Scott. Tomorrow is another day. I don't think I will be getting any sleep.
Well, this is what you do when you wait to complete your project at the last minute, Barnabas. You promised an impossible task, and now you have to do it.
You really could have just bought something from the shop.
I wanted to personalize my gift.
Why?
I wanted a personal touch. I just didn't want to hand over a satchel of gold and say, boy, whatever you want. Love Barnabas Dreadwake, the chieftain of the Icebound castaways. I wanted to show a gift with a personal touch that reflects the bride and the groom.
Well, I hope they really love salad.
I hope they do too. That's all they fucking eat, Mr. Fire Blossom. All their food goes in this bowl. There ain't no meat. That's for sure.
I'm just saying, if
I've had a long day, Mr. Fire Blossom.
Okay, all right. Tensions are rising. We're all at each other's
we need
throats.
some rest.
I'm sorry. I apologize. I didn't mean to get short with anyone. I'm gonna go to my room.
A bitter widow tried to marry me tonight. I will let everyone be reminded of.
And everything was okay, was it not?
If Scrim's dog eats everyone tomorrow, your whittling is wasted.
He's got a good point.
Everything will be fine, just like it always is.
Why can't a widow just fall out of the sky and try to marry me? Barnabas gets all the luck.
The Triad looks down upon us, has seen us through to this very moment. Your time will come,
For the wife thing?
perhaps.
Nah, I'm not worried about it. I walk off to my room and I shut the door. And you would hear, if I have the ability to bar it or lock it in any way, they would hear the soft click of something.
I would imagine that there would be a large turn lock on the
Yeah.
back. You hear that click and know that Scrim is
I'm not gonna go right to sleep.
in his room.
I cannot set to my task. I'll start to carve, and then I'll look up, and I'll see that the kitchen is a mess. And then I put myself down, and I make sure the kitchen's spotless.
Okay.
And I'll make sure I clean everything, and then I'll get back to. I'm not even hungry. I would think about making myself something, but I've lost my appetite. And so I'm gonna sit down and scrimshaw a fucking ox and a crane design into this fucking thing all night and not sleep.
You get to work. Taishan, what do you do with the remaining hours of the early mid-morning?
I will also say my good nights and head to bed and not immediately fall asleep.
You're in here?
Would you like some help?
You're good at whittling too, Icebound. And I gestured all your shit.
I'm covered in shit carved in wood and bone.
I gestured to your most of you.
I don't even answer. I just look
Can
at
you do a bit more artistic than that? No offense. I mean no offense, Mr. Yornir.
No.
I'll take your help. You get half the bowl and I'll get the other.
And I'll nod and I'll sit on the other side of the table with him and I'll take off my small knife that I usually use to wrist.
Actually,
with.
if you do your side to represent the groom, if he does go through with the wedding, you do the bull in this sort of the cheese elements. I don't know how we can make that look pretty. and I will carve the side of the crane, and the difference in styles will be deliberate. Alright?
I will carve the steer.
Aye.
It is a bull, not an ox.
I suppose if it is a young lad to be married, we should make sure it's a bull and not an ox.
You both get to work and while away the hours. Krim, what do you do in your room before trying to get some sleep?
Once I've kind of leveled myself, I would take off my hat, my scarf, and my jacket, and just kind of toss them across the room. Wherever they would land, and I would lay in bed, and in the lining of my pants, I would take a dagger, kind of open up the stitching of the lining of my pants, and pull out a single gold coin. And then while I'm sitting on the bed, I would think about the task to come, about how do I make this creature, this dog, hungry? Do I go with what Yornir says and attempt to summon this thing in the moment and devour as many of these souls as possible, or do I follow what the elves are saying and over a long enough period of time feed it over, because I'll have to make a decision in that moment. And I flip the coin in the air and I watch it vanish as I cast idea.
Oh. How does that
Fucking go.
So I flip the coin in the area while thinking of a problem, and the coin vanishes. You then get a +5 bonus to Arcana, History, Insight, Investigation, Medicine, Nature, Performance, Religion, or Survival ability check. If an ability check is required to solve the problem. If it is a problem that one does not require a skill check to solve, then the DM will give you a hint as to the solution. If you cast a spell more than once per problem, you get the same advice or insight each time. So I'm more or less trying to cast idea in a way to maybe commune with this being, or even, use it. I know there's not necessarily maybe going to be a roll here, but almost trying to commune with this beast that is connected to me in some way for some sort of answer or sign.
And the problem you're trying to solve to make him hungry, or is it really just the summoning that you're looking to
It might be, but it's both. The problem is, like, how am I going to summon this thing? Number one. Two, and how am I going to control it if I do want to follow what the elves say? Or how do I control it when I want what Yornir to do and have them just eat all and have it show up hungry, right? Like, I don't know anything about this creature. So the problem is that I don't know enough. And I'm essentially trying to commune. And you know what? If that's the kind of thing where this doesn't work, I get it, right? But Scrim is like desperate to like try to come up with some sort of answer or idea, or even just some sort of a sign.
Make an Arcana or Religion check.
My Arcana's
We're gonna
+1, my
max
religion
twist
is...
it.
Okay, so they're the same, so it doesn't matter. So I will get +5 from idea, but I'll also
then
add
five,
5.
so +10.
And then my normal's +1, so it's a total of +11 to whatever I roll. And let's just hope I don't... Oh, not bad. I rolled a 16, so I get a 27.
That's not bad.
Let's fucking go.
Shit.
Let's fucking go.
Let's go!
You think about your vision, the experience that you experienced not that many hours ago. It feels like an eternity, but you had... you were pulled into your own memory and explained in some ways the contract that you signed out of fear, not having even read, that Elder Nightbloom showed you, and paraphrased, thinking about the fact that your soul is bonded to Graveyard Jack, thinking about your experience since signing it, in those first few days and weeks of fear where you were hearing this barking, almost chasing you, thinking that you were the one being hunted, and then being able to almost always sort of have a sense of like looking and seeing these pair of eyes following you. The time that you spent in the hole at the prison where you met your allies, and almost every single night on the other side of the room, just sitting across from you, just waiting and breathing and heaving. You feel that looking for him is not going to be difficult. You feel that when you need him by your side, perhaps your bond is growing stronger, and that connection you may be able to call upon him. But as far as his motivations for consuming souls, what drives that, what might make him want 1,000 souls or a specific soul, or how to make him target specific souls, the only information that you really have is a very brief experience that you had in the, and you shudder to think of the lighthouse and the experience that you had in the cave when you first attempted to command this creature that you know as Graveyard Jack. You start to put those pieces together, and you don't come up with a specific, I think I can make this creature hungry, but you do come up with a shape of a plan, an idea of, if I look for him and I point the way, perhaps that's all that's needed.
Okay. With that, I feel probably a little bit better, a little bit more calm, and I would attempt to drift off to sleep.
You get into bed and you think about that, and you have, for a brief moment before you drift into sleep, a strange sensation of your own excitement. Not fear, but a thrill of seeing and commanding this power that's driven fear into your heart for so long before it's lights out. Taishen, you don't go to sleep right away either. How do you spend the moments after you get back into your room?
I would walk into the room and close the door gently behind me and slip off my shirt and let it fall to the side. I walk towards the bed where there's a little nightstand table, and I take out my teapot and I just place it on the nightstand, produce a little cup, and I start to pour myself, it would pour out as hot, pour myself just a hot cup of tea.
Yeah, instantly hot. The perfect temperature.
Holding out the notes.
I would like some tea.
I let my hair out and just let the tension release, let it fall around my shoulders, and I grab the tea and bring it to my lips, and my hands are shaking a little, and I might notice a little blood from the poet, the head of the poet, the soup, Uko exploding, who knows what. And I glance at it for a minute and just put the tea down. Just... I look at the teapot and the inlaid carvings of the four winds that swirl around it and represent Fu Zhao. And I think about the quest that I've been set on, what I've been meant to learn. I can smell the burning of Uko still in my nostrils as I think about everything that's happened today. The princess creating a herald to punish the orcs. Her taking the guardians from the elves so they can't die. I don't know what to do next, Fu Zhao. I don't know the right path. We have to be strong for what comes next, but the princess doesn't make this land strong. She's destroying the people she's brought together to stand against this force. I don't know what's right. Is this what you sent me here to learn? The weak die and the strong survive? Is that what I'm meant to do? Face off against the princess and strike her down? Everywhere we turn, someone more powerful than us. How do I keep hope? And I put the cup of tea down, and I lay back in the bed, and just think about that as I try to sleep.
You don't get much rest. You don't sleep. The waves of this emotion continue to pull back and then rise up against you like a tide. You are calm for one moment, and then you feel this heat in your veins start to burn at you. And you find yourself sweating again. You reach over and you reach for your tea, and you realize you finished your tea, and you slap the cup back down. You've only been here for 6 days in Argenhole, and already you've seen such violence, such brutality. You even think before that of the journey that you took underneath the mountains and the ferocity of the strange creatures that had such regenerative powers underneath there, and what you had to do to survive. And still it feels like you were just climbing, trying to survive. And what solution Fu Zhao is meant for you to understand, it's not served up. You don't have a revelation. Instead, you are stuck, going around and around and around in circles until hours have passed. None of you enjoy the benefits of a long rest. You only have a few hours of light sleep. You only have a few hours of finishing your whittling. You only have a few hours of frustration before a knock at the door indicates that someone is in need of your attention.
It's at least a short rest.
I would say you have a short rest.
I got 2 spell slots, bro.
And
It's hard out here
with a short rest
for a warlock.
I would say let's take a break there.
Yeah, that's perfect time to take a break.
Bingo bango.
You all hear a knock at the door. You have not gotten the rest that you need to truly recharge. It has been a long night, and an all-nighter for some of you. And the knock comes again.
I'm gonna get in my chair with the bowl. My door slowly opens. I poke my head out to see if anybody's in the living room.
You poke your head out, and you
I'm
see
just sort of
Barnabas.
like, I'm like so into the bowl right
Yeah,
now.
you've taken the bowl. I've fallen asleep.
Yornair has the
touches
ball
on.
in
I'm like, I
hand.
don't
He's
even hear it.
in
I'm just
complete-
like,
a complete state of flow. You just hear the knocking again.
I have not put on my hat, scarf, or jacket, so I'm just wearing my shirt, my pants, and I'll grumble to myself. All right, I'll fucking get it. I guess I'll. Hold on, I'm coming. Walk over. What do you want?
You look down when you realize that the shorter than a full adult elf is standing in front of you. You recognize Musk to be standing at the table. He's carrying a large number of packages.
Hey, Scrim? Will you let me in?
Why?
Well, I got your outfits. The wedding's today.
Yes, I guess. All right, come in. And I open the door and I take a few steps back. Come in.
He walks in, and a nearby table sets down these elaborate ribbon packages. And
Everyone ready to go?
No, I'm the only one who's awake. Oh, Yornis here. He's not. He's focused.
I am finishing the gift.
It's time. We got to get ready for the wedding.
Barnabas! Get up.
Somebody wake up Tai Shen. All right, yeah, I
will
guess we're
go
ready.
collect
We'll
him.
get ready. Do we have to get ready right now?
Yeah, it's an all-day feast. It's an all-day affair. We have only a few
Oh,
hours
wait,
before the
oh,
bride and
wait.
groom are announced, and all sorts of stuff.
she
You guys
blows.
got to get dressed.
Oh, I don't even have time to wash up. There's no time for that.
Well, I mean, we should make our way as soon as possible. I don't know
Wait,
how
let
long
me
it takes you to
freshen
wash
up a
up.
bit.
what's that?
Let me freshen up a bit.
Yeah, I mean, you should make yourself look nice.
I breathe and goes,
Fog cloud.
yeah.
I mean, can we have like an hour? Like 30 minutes?
30 minutes, yeah.
Oh, right, 30 minutes.
Plenty of time. I would take my 30 minutes to go get ready.
You immediately find your way to basins of water.
Good morning, Yonir.
Have been sitting close to the fire. Splash yourself with some water. Don't forget your clothes. And he hands each of you a package. And when you open it, you find that there is the formal wear that the tailor has prepared for you within. Beautiful garments, ceremonial, practical. They're lined with furs. They're clearly like layered with insulation, but they're meant to look a lot more form-fitting than like a puffy jacket or something along those lines. They even may be slightly enchanted in order to enhance their protection from the cold, as thin as they are. But they come with sort of a long, high-collared coat with a dark brown wool, this sort of velvet embroidery resembling the tattoos that you've come to be familiar with on many of the elven forms that you've seen, sort of abstract and arcane shapes. You also get a pair of nice cloth gloves. These sort of boots are in there. There's a ceremonial sash. All of these are browns and golds and greens, very unlike the normal attire that you've come to know the Shadowvale Cabal to wear.
The time has come to rise for the day. We must prepare for the elf rituals.
Time to face a new day.
And I'll grab my clothes. And I'll get changed.
Fucking back.
I'll change in private.
Yeah, I mean, I would go in my room, get cleaned up, and once the 30 minutes is up and I'm ready to go, I'd be waiting in the living room for the rest of the group.
And you still equip yourself with the usual things. What satchel you have, you find a home for. Whatever you can, and what pockets are available to you. You have most of your inventory on each of you by the time you're finished changing. At the bottom of the box, you find a small silver brooch, in the shape of a woolly rhino, a symbol that begun, seemingly at least with these elves, has begun to be associated with your tribe.
Ooh, I like that. Is there enough for all of us?
There are 4 brooches.
Cool.
In addition to the clothes that fit all of you perfectly. Each one comes with a tunic that sits underneath the coat, and they seem to even have slightly different colors. There's a sort of a reddish shade to yours. Barnabas's has this brilliant teal-like color. Yours is pitch black, and there's a almost like green, low foresty green to
If you say lichen green, I'm going to fucking hurt.
It's, well, you liken it a lot. It's whatever green you say.
I've never worn green. I get that druids have the green color, but it's not my thing at all.
They chose green for you, I'm sorry to tell you.
Damn it.
Not again.
Not the beyond druid color. No.
I almost gave Scrim yellow, even though he specifically requested not that. But the tailor was listening, and
I fucking hate yellow.
If you want to say that yours came in blue, then we can.
No, I'm gonna wear lichen green again because it's the D&D Beyond Druid color, Derek.
I like to
I'm gonna take
imagine the tailor as Jeremy Pivens from Rush Hour 2, and he just made the choice for you
That's very funny.
as the Versace salesman.
I do my dad cold start in the morning where I'm coughing and hacking and farting as I slowly get ready.
We're very used to this.
Oh yeah, exactly.
It's just every day.
It doesn't even phase,
Yeah.
doesn't even register anymore.
And I freshen up.
You make your way all and reassemble in 20, 30, perhaps a little longer than that, 35, 40 minutes for some of you to feel truly fresh and to get accustomed to your new garbs. But you assemble in the living room. Mus is also made up in the same kind of formal wear. His is a more brilliant color of green and gold. And he... Well, you guys have your presents. You have your everything. Your truffle too.
think I got that stupid spoon.
Oh, there we
somewhere.
go.
Did we?
This'll do. This'll do.
Didn't we all?
I think we sent the presents
thought we
ahead.
sent them ahead of
Oh,
time.
you just.
I
Oh,
can't
he's the
It
only
remember.
was
one.
just you. Thank
Oh,
you
yeah,
for
that's
reminding
right.
me.
Yeah, I don't have that
And
spoon.
I think we gave
sent
the
it ahead.
truffles at the moment of last evening as well.
I just wanted to make sure that we all remembered.
Exactly right.
You exit, and you, unless there's anything you want to do, follow Mus towards the cursed glade.
I'll try
Yeah.
to find like some linen or something to wrap it in like a little my gift and something.
You find that it fits
Yeah.
inside one of the garment boxes. If
Yeah.
you want to repurpose that and wrap it up using the same sort of tied ribbon, making it feel as fancy and as secure as possible.
At least I still know how to tie a knot. Okay, and I join my friends.
You make your way out the main thoroughfare. You can see ogres going back and forth. They're going about their daily business. You do not spy Manius. Presumably he is Manny, as we call him now, is consoling the poor wife and daughter of Uko. But you feel like everything is sort of... Everything seems to sort of be running itself. They are starting to live their own lives as part of your tribe, and what firewood you've been gifted and what food is on hand, they're eating and doing well, and you've got bigger fish to fry. You start to make your way down through the city, past the various neighborhoods, through the streets, and eventually you find yourself confronted once again to the district you visited not 24 hours ago, the Cursed Glade. You walk through and into the district proper, making your way closer and closer towards the center. You recognize many of the structures now, having walked these same streets on your way to the truffle hunt, but this time Mus takes you a different path. And as you walk by the buildings, you notice that more and more decorations seem to be... Jesus Christ.
That was crazy.
God.
That
That sounded like a stapler.
Sounded very violent.
Yeah,
it really took me. It really took me off.
I thought the whole top like caved in.
Yeah, I was trying to be like subtle. That scared the shit out of me.
Jesus, I jumped.
Holy shit! I'm sorry. It's just a can.
Yeah, one of you walking accidentally breaks your ankle in one of the potholes.
I've been shot! Oh no!
I'll stop by the grieving wife and her daughter, and I'll say, "Oh, you don't worry. I'll take care of you." I'll hand her like an envelope. Your husband was a good man. We'll take care of you. And like a mob boss, like going to the widow of one of the guys who was killed. And I'll hand her like a little bit of food in an envelope or something.
To one of the ogres or one of the elves?
To the wife. To the wife of the of
Uko's wife.
Uko. Uko's wife.
We didn't pass. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
We'll say that you did that.
Yeah.
And
I'm being the chief.
in the
I'm
Cursed
boss.
Glade, you make your way farther and deeper in towards the heart of this district, this neighborhood, this center has been, for lack of a better way of describing it, it feels very Bilbo's 111th birthday party. These are open air tents. There's a ton of braziers in all directions. There's ribbons strewn about. Again, you are realizing that the theme of this wedding, the color palette, is this green and gold. And the green is this very specific sage-like color. This gold is this very sort of deep honey-like color. And it connects with you that the families, the sage leaves and the honey wines have chosen this as representative of the union between these two families. There are glowing lanterns that are shedding light in all directions. There are tassels and ribbons. You can see children running through the streets. A huge crowd. Seemingly all of the elves are here to participate in this massive event. Normal wedding might not normally be this big, but clearly this is an important event for the, as you know, the matriarch, the leader of this clan, the head of the Shadowvale Cabal, Elder Nightbloom, is naming the bride-to-be her successor. And so many people are showing up. They have their own packages in tow. They have their own activities, and you can see that there's food in all directions. You can smell baked goods. There's cooking vegetables. There's the undertones of very thick burning incense. You start to walk in, and all of a sudden, Scrim, you are very alarmed when you look down and you see what looks like Graveyard Jack running straight at you. A trail of smoke leading behind this creature that is running, almost galloping towards you, and you have to do a double take before you realize that it's just the head of a child wearing a mask that looks like one of these creatures.
Interesting.
He's carrying what looks like almost a like what we would call a sparkler. But instead of a sparkling effect, it is creating an inky trail behind him as he's running around, and he races past you. And looking down, you realize that you can see children of all types like this running through, begging for food, asking, waiting. Oh, I'm so hungry! Please, I'm begging you. What can I do for your soul? And you feel a chill of sweat running down the back of your neck. And that is where we will call tonight's session.
Oh, well done. Well done. That's clever. Very
It is
clever.
like Bilbo's birthday.